Hello YouTubers, and welcome to yet another beer review. With me here, the Master of Puppets, today joined by
Jakob, the Lord of Boats.
And today guys, we're going to be looking at the first ever beer we're going to try from Dogfish Head's Ancient Ale series. And this is the Dogfish Head Sahti. They changed the name a little on there. I love that label though. And, well, I guess you would say Sahti, if you pronounce it correctly. If I have any Finnish viewers watching this right now, correct me if I'm wrong. But Sahti is a traditional Finnish style alcoholic drink / beer, originally made with barley, rye, sometimes wheat, and
baker's yeast. I guess.
Yeah, you could use baker's yeast, but nowadays they use ale yeast. There was also some there was like a bread influence in there too, because sometimes it could be in a bread version. Usually, the traditional way of making it, you use juniper berries, which is what they use in the Dogfish Head version. Now, this one is 9%. I guess if you would say a general way of talking about this beer and style-wise, I'd say traditional ale, but I guess you'd say Sahti, but it's kind of that one of those old, extinct almost beer styles, which is really cool to try. I love trying those kind of beers, which is one of the things Dogfish Head is known for too. But they changed it up a little by brewing this one with black chai tea. So that is a little different, and that was like an Indian-style black tea made with spices, or it is. I'm sure a lot of you guys have had chai tea. So, really interesting. I'm just going to read aloud here, because also they use a very traditional way of making it by using like hot rocks. And it says here on the back, our Sahti is based on the traditional 9th century Finnish recipe for Sahti, in that we brew it with rye and juniper and heat the wort with wood-fired rocks. We break with the tradition by adding an exotic black chai tea at the end of the boil. So that's kind of cool. So this was sent to us from David in the US. One of the last beers we have left from him. So thanks a lot, dude. It's always awesome to get beer mails. So yeah, thanks, man. And we got it poured, and it's a nice kind of hazy, orangey color. Yeah. Nice white head. And as soon as we cracked it, you could smell that chai tea. Yeah. That chai tea is dominating.
And there's also a breadiness going on, like a banana breadiness.
Yeah, and that's like one of the characteristics of Sahti, is that you'd usually get some banana notes. But let's stick our noses in here. Wow, that smells really nice. The juniper is pretty present too, though. I'm getting a lot of the chai tea, like a spicy cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeggy kind of thing going on.
Kind of like a banana cake.
Yeah, a little bit like a banana bread.
Banana bread, yeah, banana bread.
Yeah, maybe a little too much of the chai tea.
Oh well, yeah.
I'd say. I like the spicy notes that it gives, but it reminds me more of like the American spicy pumpkin style beers or something.
Or maybe a Belgian fit beer.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Beer.
But you definitely smell some of the juniper too. It has that kind of almost kind of smoky junipery. If you ever had gin, you know what I'm talking about when I talk about juniper. So it's something along those lines. A lot of breadiness too, like a fresh baked bread.
White bread, yeah.
It actually smells really nice, even though it's like not. It's kind of traditional, I guess.
Yeah, and it's very reminiscent of a German style Hefe. /
wheat beer / spiced ale, something along those lines. First ever ancient ale from Dogfish Head. Wow, that's really refreshing, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Especially for a 9% beer. I think the traditional Sahti from Finland is about 8%, something along those lines.
But the tea really shines through.
Yeah, but it works really well.
It does, really.
You get that kind of traditional, almost wheat beer flavor with like coriander-like notes. Black pepper. You get a little bit of a cinnamony, nutmeggy character.
Pepperish kind of note as well.
Spice with the banana notes in there. But then, that's kind of up front with like the sweeter flavors. And then on the back end, you get that spicy juniper berry. Yeah. Which is really nice. I love juniper. I love gin. But juniper and beer can be really nice too. Like our juniper smoked porter we did.
The CBC porter.
Yeah, that was
Rave
great.
porter.
Yeah. So I really dig juniper and beers. It is in here too, for sure. It really comes on the back end. And you definitely also taste like the caramelly notes in there.
Yeah. The caramelized, sugary notes, yeah.
What would you call the mouthfeel?
I would call it medium. Maybe on the higher side of medium because of that kind of like bread.
Yeah, it's kind of chewy too.
Chewy breadiness.
Yeah. The spices though in there from the chai tea, the black chai tea, reminds me of the American style seasonal beers from like the pumpkin style ales and stuff like that. I've never had 100% authentic Sahti, so I can't say how that originally is or how it tastes like. But the flavors dominant in there is definitely like the tea spices. But it's nice. I like spiced ales.
Yeah, it is great. It kind of like.
I really like the banana flavors and all with the juniper. It's got some sweet maltiness in there too, almost like a honey-esque type sweetness.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go straight up 90. I think it's real nice. I really like the spice characters in there and all. Juniper is a big plus for me too, so I think it's a great beer. It's really nice. It's interesting. It is.
It is really interesting.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go a little lower and go 86. That was my first thought, and I'm gonna stick with that.
Very interesting beer. It's a funny kind of almost mix of styles, but this really makes me want to try like a real authentic Sahti from Finland.
I think it stinks, but
who knows?
yeah.
But I'd love to try that. I kind of
Finnish
dig
guys.
those kind of extinct beer styles. Trying them, I think it's pretty cool. Like Adam beer.
Yeah.
So yeah, good stuff, guys. Definitely let us know what you think of the Sahti from Dogfish if you've had it, and let us know if you can recommend any other in the Ancient Ale series from these guys. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out their Facebook fan page and Twitter. We're gonna say cheers, and we're gonna see you guys in another beer review.